So baby, keep your focus. I said, stay, babe. Stay with me. Stay, babe. Please don't run away. Please don't stray away. Ooh, get you running on the night. Running on the night. Think me, young nigga, I show them more pain. What we gon' do? Can barely get control. Get you to fuck with me. Get to fit me. On me. Oh, I could barely keep control. You burning all of me. Fighting all of me. Girl, you take my soul. Yeah. Ooh, you look like the girl in my dreams. My heart is on lock and the key. It's right in your pocket, you see. All sex, no stress. I ain't tryna hold you back. Ice on who brought you there. I want you to go and say, girl, you know I'm falling for you. And girl, you know I'm all for you. And I'm in love with you. Everything you do. Get you running on the night. Running on the night. Think me, young nigga, I show them more pain. What we gon' do? I can barely get control. Get you to fuck with me. Get to fit me. On me.
Good morning, everybody in the Bookit Sports community and around the world. Are we live? We're live. Listen, I know everyone probably saw my tweet, and then they probably saw the tweet of, getting people fired up to get back in here. But I wanted to take a minute. I've actually been thinking about this for a long time. I texted Josh last night about it. We jumped on the phone, and we decided we prefer to do it like this. This year's been really challenging. It's come with a lot of hurdles. It's come with a lot of up and downs. And I think I've just realized that for the greater part of my life beyond this, I don't know if social media is necessarily the path for me. I really love sports. When I grew up as a kid, I dreamed of talking about sports and being on Sports Center and talking about being cooler than the colder side of the pillow. But just in terms of my mental health, in terms of the things I want to achieve, I just don't necessarily know if this is the path. So unfortunately, I know I tweeted about, I can't take my foot off the gas for Diana Taurasi just yet. Unfortunately, that was the real April Fool's. So I just wanted to come on here and just say thank you to you guys that have supported the show, that have supported everything I've done, from the TikTok dancing to the brackets to all the rest. And I really, really, really appreciate you guys. I love you so much. And maybe I'll make another video later on in the week. But this is kind of tough. I think Josh is going to run our outro just one last time. But I really appreciate you guys, so thanks for everything.
Closing time, one last call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey or beer. Closing time.
You think Atlanta's point guard is good for 20 tonight?
No question. You hear he got name dropped on that new song? He feeling himself for sure.
Ever since that track drop, he been on fire.
The hook literally says his name 8 times in a row. He might go for 30.
With that much hype, I'd lock it in. But that's just me.
Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Cash in on your sports fandom with Prize Picks.
Yo, you think Dallas' Power 4 gonna drop 30 tomorrow?
Boy, you tripping.
Did you see his mom made a post about going to the game?
What? Hold up. His mama gonna be there?
He's been averaging like 34 points a game when she's there.
At least 40 when she be on that Jumbotron.
He don't like to let his mama down.
Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Cash in on your sports fandom with Prize Picks.
I'm just kidding, dude. Fuck you guys. Dude, you thought I'd let Diana Taurasi off that easily, dude?
Never.
We can't let Diana off that easy, dude. I gotta be on that ass, dude.
Never.
I gotta be on that ass. The WNBA is literally almost back. You thought? Did you actually think?
The Hoka's still got 750 miles on it.
I got a pair of Hokas that's got 7,000 miles left on them, dude. I can't be done that quick, dude.
Come on.
I can't be done that quick. The camera's having an aneurysm, by the way.
Yeah, dude, I was trying to zoom in on your face. It's always when
Um,
time when you're sitting down because it zooms on the mic.
But April Fool's fuckers got you.
Yeah, we got you.
And the camera's completely off.
It's doing that.
Ish. Maybe it's too zoomed out.
No, it's because it just auto focuses on the mic.
All right, we're back. April Fools. Did we get you?
We got him.
Do you think we got him? I think we at least got like 2 people.
We definitely got it.
There's almost 100 in each right now, YouTube and Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we at least got like 2 or 3 people that were like, oh, man. No way.
This camera's
Dude, mucked. We might need to get Nick up here.
might have to. I'll swap this one out. If it keeps doing it.
Yeah, can we actually get Nick up and moving to see if we can fix that real quick?
I'll get up and moving. You talk about how we got him.
Yeah, we did get you guys. Yeah, all right. Well, while Josh swaps out Cam, I just want to say hopefully everyone had a good Monday. Sorry we weren't here yesterday. I was moving. So this is my first ever episode from my commute from Dallas. Here we go.
Here we go.
Festa with the tier 1 sub. He said, morning, boys. Good morning. I'm back in Dallas, ladies and gentlemen. Let the streets know the king is back. Somebody let the streets of Dallas know that the king is officially back, and I'm ready to get weird again. No, but I actually am moved back into Dallas now. This is my 4th move. Really excited for it. I will say, though, we're going dark. Look at that, Cam.
Keep going. You can still talk.
This is Niner Delta. Coming over, do you have visual on the enemy?
No, but I officially am back to Dallas. I'll tell you what, though, that commute might be worst of all time. That commute might be worst of all time. But I just got to get used to it. You know what it is? I was bitching a lot.
We'll be closer, too.
Yeah. When we move to the
soon.
office, we'll be a little bit closer. But I will, I'll tell you what, though. I was bitching this morning about the drive. Bitch. A full, like Josh, full bitch mode. Just like, there's no way. 45 minutes. You got to be kidding me. Red lines on the highway. Just.
Yeah, you never like
Can't make it up. But I'll tell you what, we're just getting back on track now. It feels like just needed to get that first one out of the way. I'll tell you what, though, Josh, the view out of my apartment could sell books.
Let's go.
If a view was an author, it would literally be who wrote Harry Potter.
Sometimes it's all you need.
Who wrote Harry Potter?
JK.
Nice. Wow, J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
If views could sell and write books, my apartment would be J.K. Rowling. But I'll tell you what, that's all it's got. That's all it's got.
That's
it.
it.
A good view. That's all it's. I'm paying a little bit too much.
Some are saying Mikey didn't even see the apartment before he got it.
I didn't tour the
Some
apartment.
are saying that.
Some are saying not only did I not tour the apartment and see my exact unit, but I didn't even know that the parking garage was underneath the ground. And if I knew that, I would have never moved there because I can't stand an underground parking garage.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Because then you got to take the elevator up. And you lose service going down. This morning, I went down the elevator to go down. SOS. I literally had the thought, if I got taken out down here, the only way they would know I got taken out is if somebody found my body.
Yeah.
In GTA.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to be back in the city. I will say it's nice to just be back. I feel at home again. I don't know why. Like, I think because I lived there for so long that Dallas does kind of feel like home, that it did kind of feel weird living out in Frisco. So it is nice to feel like I'm back at home. Like, everything's familiar. I know where everything is.
That's good. Pig machine was hilarious. You should have moved to Frisco.
I know. I thought about that. I did think about that.
Yeah, you thought about it for a second.
I thought about moving to Frisco, but then I thought about not doing it. But yeah, you know, I did. I am happy to be back in Dallas. My view is goated.
That's awesome.
Just I can see the full city.
That's awesome.
And I will say this though, it's a little fucking city. It's a tiny little shit city.
I mean, yeah,
and I had that thought last night because I was like, oh, and I should have known. I'm a little. Here's what I said about my apartment last night. I like it. I don't love it. I'm paying a little bit too much for how shitty it is on the inside. It's not shitty, but just for how much I'm paying, it should be a little bit better. But I should have known because the only thing that everyone talked about when I was moving in and getting my keys was, oh, that's one of the best views in the building. It's one of the best views. They didn't talk about the apartment itself, which is just a good, a good like piece of advice if you're moving into an apartment and they only talk about the view. You get out when you can.
Yeah, if they talk about the pool too much.
Yeah, you get out while you can. If they talk about the amenities, you get out while you can. I got news for you. But I was really excited for the view. I get up there and I look, and you just realize that the city of Dallas can fit between your fingers.
Yeah.
It can just fit right here.
Yeah.
The whole city.
It's just it's like a cute little city.
Yeah, but I didn't realize, you don't realize how small it is when you're not looking at it constantly. And now I literally can see the entire city, and you just realize
it's like 6 buildings.
Right there. Yeah. Literally 6 buildings.
Like 6 of them.
6 buildings and a weird ball. That's all you got. No, but I love it. It's nice
so nice though. I just compare it to where I grew up. Like, it's just so much nicer. It's not even comparable. Also, people say like traffic's horrible. It's like not even comparable, even to like New York. Like New York or Chicago, like it's not comparable.
Yeah, I mean it is frustrating going from a 10-minute commute to a 45-minute commute.
I mean that sucks, but
it sucks.
But it's also like it's not like you're like ripping your hair out, dude. We were in New York. Remember we were driving from the airport to the hotel. It was a 4-mile drive and it took us an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm so in on that though because it's New York. Beautiful.
No, I know, but it's like it's not like you're ripping your hair. I'm saying like the traffic here isn't actually that bad.
Yeah, no. I mean comparatively, yeah. If you want to compare, we can compare. I like the comparisons.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll tell you what though, Josh. I saw a TikToker on TikTok, and I will be honest, it is April Fool's Day, but I am starting to have doubts about just doing social media for the rest of my life. Like this show really needs to take off because I could do a morning show for the rest of my life. I'm getting tired of Snapchats and TikToks. Like I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like I really truly am. And I'm getting to the point where I gotta we gotta figure the show out because I don't know if I can be 30 putting TikToks out in the air. But I was scrolling on TikTok, dude. I saw this TikToker, and you know I've lived here for 3 years now in Dallas. So I claim the city. I love the city. Like I love Dallas. I think I'm a part of Dallas. It's gonna be a large part of my life as I move on. But I will tell you what. There was this little shitbird on my TikTok, his little TikTok influencer bot. And if someone can find the video, I'm going to comment on the TikTok. He was like, Dallas is the worst city in America. The downtown is so unsafe. It smells like piss everywhere. And I almost commented, keep my city's name out of your fucking mouth.
Keep my city's
name.
Like
it upset me because I feel like I rep the city and this guy's on TikTok and it had like 5,000 likes and he's like, it smells like piss and shit. And it's really dangerous downtown. And I was like, you're just a pussy. Like if you think Dallas smells bad,
that's what I'm saying.
Come to New York, all right? And there's just a stink that stinks, but I like the stink.
Go to like 90% of other big cities.
I want to fight him.
Yeah, like that's insane.
Like I want to fight this guy for Dallas, but I don't even fuck with Dallas that heavy. But like, don't get on the internet talking shit about my city. I live there. That's my city.
Yeah.
You dirty rat.
Dallas is very nice. Like. Out of every city, like it's much cleaner than LA. It's much cleaner than Chicago. Much cleaner than New York.
You just know he was a California suburb puss.
Yeah,
and he's out in Dallas like, oh, it smells like piss. And he was just a classic like little
California suburb puss.
He was just one of those little like dirty TikTok influencers that like moves to a city and makes all their content about being in that city and living life in that city. He's like, I'm gonna move as quickly as I can. Like, yeah, get the fuck out.
You have Ratatouille in New York.
Yeah, okay. Chill out. You don't know if he's definitely not an East Coaster because the way he was talking, he had a little zest on him.
Oh, he's for sure an East Coast.
And he could have just taken a backhand.
You don't think Ratatouille's for sure an East Coast?
No, not Ratatouille. I'm saying the kid.
The kid. Oh, no. But I'm saying like that's how much dirtier New York is. I'm saying they literally have Ratatouille. Remember
but the grit in New York is what makes it, and that's why not a lot of people can survive it. All right. Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine that little puss in Times Square. He'd need a gallon of
He'd need a gas mask. That's what he would need.
What is this? A gallon of
what
Purell.
Is this?
He'd need a gallon of Purell. He'd need a gallon of Purell. I got news for you. But that pissed me off because now I moved back in the city. It's like, hey, that's my city. Keep it out of your mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I live here again.
I live here.
You would have defended really good FC Dallas for a while.
Yeah.
You had to defend them for a while.
Yeah, I'm an FC Dallas
over
guy.
in Frisco.
Yeah, I can't get behind the MLS, dude. And you know what drives me up a wall when Nick starts talking about St. Louis? It's like, dude, I got news for you. No one gives a fuck about the MLS.
Also, dude, the striker on FC Dallas is fucking
If
bomb.
FC Dallas, I just got news for you. I love Dallas, love the city, hate the hate the Stars, hate the Cowboys, pretty much hate the Mavericks now.
Yeah.
But if FC Dallas won the MLS Cup, I don't even know if they'd have a parade. I don't even know if they'd have a parade.
No.
But the move is really, really good. Just kind of put a bow on, and then we'll talk about some sports because we missed a lot. The move is really good. I hired these 2 goats. They were unbelievable. Moving out of my building was a little bit of a nightmare because no freight elevator. Brand new building, by the way. Built literally last year. No freight elevator. So we were moving up and down the parking garage. They were carrying things down the stairs. I felt bad. I was helping them do shit. But they were awesome, dude. They were so awesome. Moving in, dude, 3 elevator trips. These guys were, dude,
nice.
I have never seen a dolly packed with the efficiency that they were packing dollies, dude.
Dude, that's the way to do it. You got to hire guys. You
No, yeah,
have
I
to.
mean,
I'm sure they made it so much easier.
Dude,
you probably didn't do shit.
well, no, I had to
Mostly.
move all my shit. So when I hire movers, all I make them do is carry the big stuff. So like couch, TV stand, bed frame, little table, bar stools,
Mattress,
and mattress,
yeah.
and like 5 boxes. Everything else I'll carry. So I had to make like 5 trips because I'll do all my clothes. I'm not gonna hire someone
That's
to make
not
them
that bad, though.
carry
Like,
my
yeah.
clothes. Yeah,
Just
I
the
also think
clothes isn't
you
bad.
should work a little bit for it.
Yeah.
I'm a big work guy. You should work a little bit for it because then it feels a little bit better. So I like to work a little bit for it. So I took all my stuff up. They were awesome. They were super, super funny. Super nice guys. I sent their number in our group chat. If anyone needs movers in the Dallas area, DM me on Instagram. I'd love to send their number to you. They're awesome. They're literally goated. But they were sick. Super funny guys. Made the move really, really easy. Building's great. I'm right in the heart of where I want to be. Just really excited to be back, dude. I do feel like my mental health, not like snapped back in, but it's just nice knowing that, my friends are down the street if I want to hang out with
Yeah, you
them.
can go do whatever.
Like, if like the other day they were doing an intramural thing and they were 2 people short and I'm 45 minutes away in Frisco. Now, if that happens, I can go.
Yeah.
So I think like just stuff like that and just being back in like a normal routine and a normal life is really nice. So I'm really, really, really excited for that, to be kind of like back in the city again. Like if I want to go to a Devils game and they're playing the Stars, if I want to go watch the Knicks playing the Mavs, it's literally right there.
Right
So
there, yeah.
I think that's going to be really nice being back. Love the view. Don't get it twisted.
view.
Unbelievable view. I'll take a photo of the view tomorrow. Unbelievable
What is
view.
going on?
What the hell's going on?
What is going on?
I'll tell you what, that's going to stop right now. Unbelievable view. I'm really excited for the view. But yeah, happy to be back.
Let's go. I'm happy for you.
Happy to be back.
I'm happy for you.
Happy to be back.
I feel like it's a good little reset.
Yeah, definitely a good reset. It's also, just nice to be in a place where people are.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes when I was in Frisco, I'm just a very... I'm starting to learn to love my solitude, but I'm not a big fan of solitude. And kind of in Frisco, it felt like solitary, not solitude, where it's just me.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice, I go out on my balcony, people moving and grooving everywhere.
Yeah.
People moving and grooving everywhere. Great view.
Could spit on someone
Great
if you
view.
wanted to.
Great view. Yeah, I am on the
Got
9th
him.
floor.
God.
I'm on the 9th floor, but great view. Great view.
Yeah, in
Unbelievable. view.
Frisco, no one's walking below you.
No one's walking below you in Frisco, but I got
There's a couple people, but
no one's walking, no
a
one's
couple
walking
people
below.
that are like 50 with dogs.
Yeah. And I will say this, I am going to miss my neighbors in the Frisco apartment.
Oh, yeah. The kid,
I'm going to miss my neighbors.
kid with the Spider-Man backpack. And
But,
his dad, did he have a Spider-Man backpack?
yeah.
Is that what, yeah.
But really excited to be back. It was awesome. How was your weekend? You have a good weekend?
Yeah, it was good. We went on Friday. We had a good time.
Shout out LMC.
Shout out what?
LMC.
What is Old Man Craig? Yeah.
Old Man Craig.
One
out
of my
Old Man
buddies
Craig.
visited. We had a good time.
Took Mason out.
Took Mason out. Yeah, Friday was a good time. I got way too fucked up.
I felt
but
bad, though. We should have been moving and grooving with Mason, but we just kind of locked in a Skellig, and it was so
We
funny.
had a great spot.
Unbelievable spot. And we were just botting, laughing. And that was like one of my more favorite nights. I just love a good, just hang with the boys, just giggling.
Yeah.
That's what
it
we were
is
doing. We were
good.
just giggling,
Yeah,
hanging with
it
the
is
boys.
good.
I will say, though, really funny story. For everyone that remembers the POD chart that we posted, Mason decided to come out here for the first time ever and make a live appearance on the morning after.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say, dude, great kid. Sometimes you meet someone in person and they end up not being who you think they'd be. Just a phenomenal kid. Like,
He's a
great
good
guy, really good kid, really nice kid. Seems like you can throw him in any situation and he'll be just fine. But he was goated. So shout out Mason. Guy busts his ass behind the scenes, and then he was absolutely busting in Dallas. And by busting, he was just chilling with us, drinking. What was his drink? Vodka soda with a splash of cream.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out.
No splash.
I kept
It was
giving
a
him so much
full,
shit.
Full thing of cream.
I kept giving him so much shit. I was like, a splash of cran, huh? You need to splash a crayon in that? She's like, yeah, dude. I was like, all right. But Mason decided to come up here. And this is just a good lesson in life for everybody out there. Decided to come up here, POD, first time being on the POD graphic, and decided to try to get one on Old Man Overs. Decided to berg with me on Old Man Overs. Take Michigan State -3.5, I'd Ole Miss +3.5. And here's the thing about it, dude. Here's what's not going to happen, Josh. Here's what's not going to happen. Just for everybody out there, not just Mason, but I think Mason's a good example. What we're not going to do is come all the way out to my city, come on our show for the first time in person, and think you're going to get one on me. No. If he thought for 1 second he was going to berg with me on a POD graphic and get one on me, you're out of your mind.
Just a straight brick
that ended up going in. But I feel like that was the universe just being like, you were never going to get one on me.
That 100% is.
You can't come out here, come on the show first time and get one on me. It's just not going to happen.
Soul sucked. Soul sucked.
But for those of you that had Michigan State, that was a horrible beat.
Yeah, it was terrible. That was so bad.
But just so you know, the only reason you lost that bet is because Mason thought he could come out to Dallas and get one on Old Man Overs.
100%.
It's just not happening then.
Never.
It's just not happening.
Never.
It's just not happening.
No.
All right, Josh, let's run the What in the World. We have a lot of sports stuff to talk about. I want to talk about some sports.
Let's do it.
Welcome back. Butt. There was a butt with some bread on it and some butter. That'd be ours.
It'd be this.
Where do you fall in terms of, well, first of all, I think it's funny. Girlfriends everywhere across the country have 98% brackets because for the first time ever, they were able to fill out their brackets and completely ignore their boyfriends and go, well, the number 1 seeds should go far.
Yeah.
And now we have a Final Four of all number 1 seeds. So shout out everyone that has a girlfriend whose bracket is 99%. You're just going to have to eat that one.
One of Carmen's friends in her league is 97.5%.
Yeah, give me a fuck.
Actually insane.
Give me a fuck. Do you know what my bracket is?
Mine's like 33.
28.
Yeah. Like
the one I posted on TikTok, 28%. We'll see you later. My buddy who lives in Hoboken, his girlfriend, her bracket, 98.8. 98.8. And all he said was when she made it, she just made the better teams win.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much
Which is
all
just
that's
you
happening.
pick the one and you just meet.
Yep.
Where do you fall in terms of, do you not like that there's madness? Do you like that this, because I think you can fall on two sides, and I'll tell you what side I fall on. Also, Rav, which is a generational tweet that ended up aging like fucking milk.
Yeah,
but,
it was hilarious.
Where do you fall? In terms of having 4 number 1 seeds in the Final Four, no real madness, no real Cinderella, no real upsets. The 4 best teams were the 4 number 1 seeds. They made it to the Final Four.
I'm kind of okay with it now. Like, at this point, I'm okay with it because I feel like every year when we get to the Final Four, there's 2 teams that shouldn't be there, and they're an auto loss because the madness stops then. But previous rounds, it kind of pissed me off that no one was winning. Like, that no dogs were actually winning. But now I think it's fine. Like, I think that having the 4 1 seeds is kind of what everyone wants. I mean, I feel like it's clear cut. These are the 4 best teams. I don't know if you can, like, if there's any argument around that.
I fall on the side of I fucking love it, dude. I think these are going to be the 2 best games in college basketball history. I think this is going to be the best Final Four we've seen in years. Do you know how annoying it was when San Diego State made the final and had to play UConn and lose by 30? Like now, either way, you're going to get a game in the finals that's going to be punching each other in the mouth, and you're getting 2 Final Four games that are 5 points and lower spreads. Like this is, I feel like I understand that the beauty of March Madness is when Furman beats Virginia at the buzzer, or when an 8 seed Miami makes the Final Four.
Yeah.
But really, if you're a college basketball fan and you're a fan of basketball, this is what you want. So I was a little bit upset at first, be like, oh, it's weird to have like Davidson not be in the Final Four, but I would much rather watch Cooper Flagg play Walter Clayton.
At this point.
I'd much rather watch Houston take on all, but like,
dude,
or it's fucking Duke,
Houston,
Auburn.
It's Houston, Duke. It's the SEC teams, and then Houston, Duke.
Auburn,
Florida.
Auburn, Florida. Like, wouldn't you? I'd much rather watch Johnny Broom and Walter Clayton go pound for pound, and then watch Cooper Flagg play the best defense in college basketball. Like, this is what you want. And I feel like once we get over everyone bitching and complaining and all the guys whose girlfriends are making them look like fucking idiots in their bracket pools and their family pools, and all the guys who, like me, try to be sharp in their brackets and pick upsets and be cute. At the end of the day, this is what you want to watch. You want to watch 4 number ones battle it out to see who really is the best team in college basketball. And I will say this, it also feels like the first time that the NCAA got the 4 1 seeds correct. Like, these really are the 4 best teams, and they got them right.
And it's not even close, I don't think. I don't know if there's anyone close to these 4 teams. And I think this might be, I mean, it might be. This is 100% the most even playing field in a Final Four that I've ever seen in my lifetime. Like, I would not be surprised if any team won the Natty at this point. Like, any team can win it. I would not be surprised at all.
100%.
Like, literally at all.
100%. I do hope that we get some good games. I think we will. And it's just like, this is just going to be awesome, dude. All 4 coaches deserve to be there. All 4 teams deserve to be there. And also, I agree with Stern in the YouTube chat. This hasn't happened since 08. So it's not the traditional madness that you might love, but
I think it's only happened one other time, though. Like, in 08 was the first time, I think, the only time.
But this is a whole nother level of madness that you're getting the 4 1 seeds playing each other. And to be honest, the reason why they're the 1 seeds is because they should be in the Final Four. The reason why there's 4 1 seeds and a Final Four is because those 1 seeds, in reality, when they built out the tournament, should be there. So now we get to see that. And I think this is going to be one of the best Final Fours we've had in a really long time, because it feels like every Final Four, at least since I grew up, there's always a 1 seed, and I never knew the spread at the time, but a 1 seed and a team they should beat the shit out of, a 5 seed, and then like a 2 or 3 seed that's maybe a close game, and you go, okay, well, that game's not going to be that good.
Either team that wins this game is going to get dicked in the championship by the 1 seed. That's
100%. 100%. So I think everyone that's complaining, just shut the fuck up, is my point. I'm sorry for cussing, but just shut the fuck up. These are the 4 best teams in college basketball. These are the 4 best possible games you could have made on paper in a Final Four. So just shut the fuck up and enjoy it. It's a whole nother level of madness. It hasn't happened since 08.
This is
so
more
if you're gonna
mad.
bitch, but this is what I'm saying. It's
This is more mad.
It's another level of madness, because if you're gonna bitch about it, it's not like this happens frequently.
No.
Last time it happened was 08. It might not have happened before that. Who cares? Enjoy the 4 best teams in college basketball having to prove who the best team is.
Yeah, 100%.
So let's just enjoy.
It's Duke.
Let's just enjoy.
Sadly, it's Duke.
I already made my second bracket and picked Duke, so I already know.
They can't
But if there was
at
a
the
team
end of
that could
games-
stop Duke with their defense, it's Houston, which is why I love that matchup.
Their defense is also so fucking good. Duke's defense is so good, and no one even talks about it.
I agree.
No one talks about it.
I do want to give some flowers, though, for some teams that were eliminated and some players. Shout out Chaz Onier and Mark Sears. Just a great year.
Mark Sears fucking
Just a great
melted
year.
though against.
Yeah, but you knew that was coming. He's been so inconsistent all year. You could
He
see
didn't
through the
even
grapevine
shoot
that
though. He
he
shot
was
like
gonna...
what 5 times
In the first half, yeah, that was a mess.
Like, what do you do?
He came out in the second half trying to get it going. I just think he got to the point where he knew it wasn't going, so then he tried to just distribute. But I mean, you got to give it up for the kid, dude.
Yeah. I mean, he had like
he made it. He did the
like
thing.
120 points probably in the tournament total.
Shout out Chaz Lanier, another guy that etched his name in March too. He had a phenomenal tournament. I will shout out Michigan State now that I finally got one on them, and I will tell you what, Josh, that felt good. I started to get those Michigan State fans in the that cam is fried as ma. Fried as ma with a fresh bat. With a fresh bat. We'll be back shortly. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. No, yeah, but while we've got the dark screen on, in a world where light meets dark and good faces evil, there was one man to stand above them all, and his name was Cooper Flagg. Cue the TikTok edit. Somebody actually take that audio and please put it on a TikTok edit. That would be unbelievable. Fresh bat, and we're back. But yeah, great tournament so far. I will give my flowers to Michigan State. However, I will say to the fan base, you got them. Fucking gotcha. Gotcha. The amount of Michigan State fans that started getting my DMs going, yeah, please keep fading us to the national championship. Felt good to watch you get smoked. Yeah. Shout out your 15-point first half performance. It might have taken me all year to finally get one on you, but I got one, and I'll tell you what, it felt just as good as I thought it would feel. So Michigan State and your fan base, gotcha. And you know what, Josh? You know what they say? It's a what have you done for me lately league, and I'm 1-0 betting against Michigan State now.
Yeah, you are.
End of the year, 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
Betting against Michigan State. Here we go. Shout out the gang. Shout out the gang. Shout out the gang. What was your favorite part of the tournament thus far?
My favorite part of the tournament?
Yeah, what do you got? Anything good for me? Anything? What was your favorite thing that happened? I got mine. Mine was just the emergence and sustained of Walter Clayton. I mean, the kid is...
Bucket.
Dude, it's cinema TV every time you watch him. Every time you watch Walter Clayton, down 2, makes one of the most insane threes of all time. He's the epitome of what makes March great and why this Florida team has a serious chance to go in here and make some noise and win this natty, even though they got a tough path now and they got to play number 1 on both sides, and Duke is on that other side staring at them funny. Walter Clayton is just so much fun, dude, and it's going to be upsetting when guys like that leave college and start their pro careers because you never get enough time with guys like Walter Clayton and on a Cinderella run, not a Cinderella run like this, but that he is just that good. And cranking some hog, dude. I love cranking hog, dude. Arkansas was such a fun time.
I'm going to go with Shire and Flag, the duo.
Good duo.
I think it's just about damn time that the best player in the country played like the best player in the country in the tournament.
I agree.
I feel like Duke has a history of having the best players in the like when they had Zion and fucking RJ Barrett and Cam Reddish.
Yep.
They were supposed to be dominant. They almost lost to UCF. Like, it's nice to just finally see a guy who's supposed to be the guy be the guy. A guy that's supposed to be the guy be the guy.
I agree. And we don't get that very often.
We don't.
We don't get that. Even Cade Cunningham was supposed to be the guy. Pretty sure he didn't even make
the tournament.
So, stuff like that. I agree, though. I do think this Duke team is awesome. I mean, Con Knoopel's sick. He's been a goat all year.
Yeah.
If you've been tapped in, he's been busting all year.
Cooper Flag just does everything. Literally everything.
He does all of it.
Everything.
He does all of it. Tyrese Proctor's been an absolute bucket. I'm really looking forward to it. Dude, honestly, I'm more excited for these Final Four games than I was the Elite Eight games because it felt like there was going to be some blowouts in the Elite Eight, and I feel like you can watch these Final Four games and just know all 4 of these teams are going to try to punch each other in the mouth.
100%.
The only game that I could low-key see, dude, being a blowout, is I could see Florida just belting Auburn a little bit. They haven't looked that dominant yet. And I could see Florida getting an SEC matchup and finally just belting them.
Florida also hasn't looked that dominant either.
True.
They've almost lost the last 2 games.
True.
But
then they run away with it.
Games,
but then they run away with it. They keep it close in the first half, and then you blank, and you're like, oh, my plus 9.5 spread just lost because Florida won by 15.
Well, dude, they were just down 7 with like 3 minutes left, 4 minutes left, and came back.
That was nuts. Truly nuts. Staying in college basketball, Josh, I think a hiring that a little too many people are getting upset about. Shout out Kevin Willard for coming back home to the Big East.
How about it? Are you not, like, I feel like...
I'm amped.
I mean, you're amped for him, but, like, are you amped to, like, play him again?
Dude, I don't think you understand.
You're not beating Nova. I don't think it really matters.
And we're going to talk about it in a second. Yeah. I have moved so far on from Providence College and the athletics that I don't even care anymore. Like, I genuinely don't. I really don't. Like, I seriously don't. It doesn't bother me at all. Like, nothing if we win. Like, I don't care about the team anymore or the school. But I'll tell you what, though, dude. For people that are upset with Kevin Willard, and I think there's a large group of them, I don't think a lot of them know the situation. I don't think a lot of them understand being a basketball coach at a football school, and that's why you're even seeing Nate Oates potentially is going to step away from Alabama.
So that he might go to Maryland now.
Because now I think Maryland saw, oh, wait, our fucking basketball program can actually make us money, and we don't have to dump funds into a football team in a conference where we're just going to get banged out every single game, but we can bring our national brand up through basketball. Maybe we will actually give a coach basketball money. And by the way, Kevin Willard put Maryland in a position to give a coach basketball money for the first time since fucking white boy was there balling. What's his name? Steve Blake. For the first time since Steve Blake was there balling. I saw that as well. But I think here's the thing about it, dude. We can play fun and games and good basketball and good conferences. Villanova's a top 3 basketball job in all of college sports. When you talk about college basketball, it goes Duke, It goes whatever other school you want to put.
Kentucky, Nova.
And then Villanova.
Right?
Like Villanova is the cream of the crop. It's everything. They've got an unbelievable pedigree. They've had unbelievable success. They've built an unbelievable program. And it's all basketball all the time. They don't waste any money on any other sport. There is no other Villanova sport that they put money towards. So if you're a basketball coach and you grew up playing basketball, loving basketball, Villanova right now is a top 3 college basketball job, so I don't blame them for coming back to the Big East. And by the way, Josh, what the Big East is building right now, they have better coaches in the Big Ten. 100%. So now it's Kevin Willard stepping back into a Big East where you got the Patinos, you got McDermott, you got Shaka Smart, and now you got Kevin Willard, who just took Maryland to the Sweet 16. And you're starting now to see the Big East go, all right, we kind of lost our footing a little bit this year. It felt like a little bit. I mean, yes, Hurley went on the 2-peat. Almost missed out on the 3-peat, or did miss out on the 3-peat. But now you got Hurley as well in that mix as well, dude. I think the Big East is starting to come back to being a dominant conference, and I think getting another coach like Kevin Willard at a school like Villanova. And it felt like the Big East took a step back just because Villanova had a down year.
Yeah.
And that's weird when you think about college basketball and Villanova's not competing and you're not seeing that navy blue and the Cats up and the V's up. But I'm really excited for him. I think he's the perfect guy for the job. I think Villanova's now going to be a competitor again. I mean, they already had the talent this year. The amount of times that we talked about that talent just being undercoached. Kevin Neptune should have never had the job. Unfortunately, Jay Wright just didn't pick the right guy. But I'm really excited. If I'm a Villanova fan right now, this is the guy I want. This is the guy I want. He came into Maryland, who I think was in a similar situation that Nova's in right now. Had some talent, couldn't recruit out of the DMV, where Villanova seems to struggle to get guys out of Philly now, which was never the problem. They always had those Philly guys. And now I think you're going to see Kevin Willard come back into a program that's kind of where Maryland was 3 years ago. And I think you're going to see that first year is going to be a little bit of an adjustment period. But now he's going to have a school behind him that's fully committed to basketball. And I think what a lot of people don't know, and that I think that maybe I'm just, not privilege is the wrong word, but I just happen to know a little bit more about the situation, is how difficult it is being a basketball coach at a football school like that, where the athletic director and him didn't get along from day one, and where the president and him didn't get along from day one because he was promised certain things and then they weren't put in writing, and he wanted them in writing and they didn't want to put it in writing, and then it became well, you said this, and they said, well, we don't have to do that. So I think there was a lot of things behind the scenes that I think were very frustrating for him. And I also know his family wanted to move as well, and that this was like his dream job. So I'm really happy for him. So I want to shout out Kevin Willard and the Willard family. Excited to have him back in the Big East too, dude. He's just a Big East guy, and I've always loved Kevin Willard. Just because growing up as a Seton Hall fan, he's the first coach I ever saw bring that team success, dude. He was the first guy that brought me to tears watching a team win a Big East tournament. I never got to experience that as a kid other than with Kevin Willard. He was the first guy to get Seton Hall a top 3 recruiting class. So even just as a Seton Hall fan, just things that he did for Seton Hall and for me as a kid growing up, like loving that team with my dad, going to every game and watching them get banged out, and then he comes and it's like a bright light and you get top 3 recruiting classes, you win a Big East tournament, you get to go to the NCAA tournament. I have so much love for the guy and his family, and he's a great guy. And I'm really excited for Nova, dude. Like, I'm excited for Nova to be. It's weird when Nova's not good.
Yeah.
Even as a Providence guy, like going to Providence and a Seton Hall fan, I got a buddy that went to Nova, and we always butt heads. But it's weird when he can't talk shit to me during the year. It's like weird to be like, yo, your team sucks balls. And he's
You're
like,
both
yeah.
just sitting on your hands this year.
Yeah, like you need someone to be throwing punches. We can't both be like, yeah, basketball sucks.
We fucking suck. Yeah. That's awesome, though.
But let's talk about Providence, shall we? Just for a second, because I feel
talk
like
about that clown that left.
Yeah, can we talk about it for a second?
Sure.
And here's the thing about it. I genuinely do mean and am serious when I say I've moved on from the School of Providence and the basketball team and the athletics department of Providence College. Because it's just a joke, dude. It's seriously a joke. The fact that Kim English had a 20-loss season and allowed Bryce Hopkins to do what he did this year, and that falls on Kim English. It falls on no one else, from the athletic director to the athletic trainer. It falls on no one else but Kim English. To allow Bryce Hopkins to do that to this school just shows me where our headspace is. It shows me how weak we're managed. And it's, I think, the most disappointing thing to happen in the school's athletic history to date. Because if you're Kim English, you got to know that that's coming. You have to know. And there's just there's no reason for him in multiple interviews, getting interviews and say, yeah, but I just can't wait to get my hands on Bryce this summer and really fix this shit. And for him to allow the donor base, which, by the way, we don't have a very wealthy donor base. I think we have a relatively well-off donor base, but we don't have a donor base that can compete with the likes of Villanova and some other schools in the Big East. And you want to go outside the Big East, we don't have a donor base that can even compete with the SEC, the Big 10, and the Big 12. And to allow him to take the amount of money that he took from our donor base and then sit out after 3 games because he wanted his knee to get to full health because he knew he was going to leave, and then for him to transfer within the Big East is just the most cowardice, piece of shit, scumbag move I've seen in a long time. And make no mistake, when I said in the beginning of the year and we had that little tiff with him, I DM'd him a very nice message. I said, yo, just so you know, that came from love because I want to see you out on the basketball court. I live, breathe, and eat Providence College basketball, and you're a huge part of that team. And yeah, I was getting at you in that clip, but I want you to know it comes from a place of love because I just want to see you out there. So I did tuck my tail. I will not be tucking my tail now. That kid's a piece of shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you not only stole money from Providence College donors, but you knew exactly what you were doing. If you entered the portal and went through the process of allowing teams to reach out, but going into the portal, going non-contact, and visiting Georgetown and St. John's, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, there's 2 schools.
Like, you're a piece of shit.
2 schools, and one of them's Ed Cooley, who everyone knows is a snake at Providence, and then St. John's, who's just now the powerhouse of the Big East.
And I would get it if you got ran out of town. I would get it if the fan base really got at you. I would get it if the fan base was saying a lot of mean shit. They didn't, dude. Yeah. This fan base was behind him the entire time, and even when Kim shut him down for the year, or when he actually shut himself down because Kim English is too weak of a man to do that, the fan base was like, we can't wait for Bryce to come back next year. Like, Bryce, please come back, please come back, please come back. And I just want him to know, what you just did is you pissed off the one fan base in the Big East I don't think you want to have a problem with. Because I think you've seen Ed Cooley crumble under it, and he's a grown man. That's a grown man that's crumbled under that pressure and has gotten press conferences and been like, well, I built this. Like, you guys got to remember, I built this. And, like, asked people not to chirp his family. Like, you pissed off the one fan base that I think if you're a 20, 23-year-old, 21-year-old kid, I don't know if you can handle walking into that arena next year. So
yeah, his soft ass be tweeting and then deleting it 5 seconds later. So you think he's going to handle it?
I don't think he's going to handle it. I don't think he's going to handle it very well.
Probably not.
And I will think the only thing that really frustrated me is his quote for the St. John's fans. And I don't know if you saw that.
I did not see it.
I would love to read it to you because this is the kind of shit that, like, just makes me feel like he was doing this all year and just getting ready to go to St. John's. And he put it on his little, let me see if I can find the graphic. But it was in his press conference. And they asked him, I'm sorry, guys. I hate when I do this. It's like terrible, terrible podcasting. It's terrible live showing. But basically he was like, you know, I took the year off to get my knee 100% right. And I feel like I'm finally myself again, and I'm really excited to be myself again. And that just makes me feel like you were prepping for this. Like, this was the goal all along, which I think is the reality, and it's a tough reality to swallow as a Providence fan a little bit, knowing that when he did deactivate himself, he knew that this was the next step. Yep. And I think it's never nice to feel used. It's never fun to feel used. And it just kind of feels like he used us this year. Played 3 games in a team where he knew he was going to be the focal point. So when he played, everything was going to go through him. Got enough stats to, I think, get Patino attracted to him and go, oh, this kid is exactly who I need. Like, I could really use this kid, and really everyone in the country probably too. And then just to enter no contact and to say that in your introductory press conference, I understand he's a kid, but at the end of the day, I know the fan base is very mad with the amount of money that we gave him and that he took for playing 3 games and then really having no intention of coming back, but kind of teasing that he might this year. But yeah, that's kind of done it for me, Josh, just in terms of Providence. Until we have a change of ship, and I really mean from the top. Like, I want the AD gone. I think Napolitano, whatever the fuck that guy's name is, he's a coward rat. I think Kim English is a coward. Like, we just have no strength, it feels like. And we've just been walked over this year by a 20-year-old kid, and that doesn't feel good as a fan or as a fan base. We only have 3 kids coming back as of right now. And I'm not going to hang my fandom up, but it's just very disheartening, and I'm going to walk away from it. So if Kim has a great year this year, I love the guy. I just don't think he's the guy. And, maybe that ages poorly and maybe it can be fuel. But
maybe he just didn't have his guys yet. Maybe you got to give him some time. Give him a couple years, maybe. I mean, this is his last year.
But this is my thing, though, Josh. Now that Kevin Willard's in the Big East, you're running out of time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is your year.
You're running out of time. But my mindset is you're running out of time to stay in the Big East. You're running out of time to be a relevant basketball program, or we're going to be playing against St. Mary's and Gonzaga every year. So we need to figure our shit out because we're running out of time. Right now, it's so easy to cut 3 teams. So easy out of the Big East. DePaul.
Yeah.
That is the easiest 3-piece cut of all time.
Keep DePaul.
Dude, that might be the first
DePaul
school
is
to go.
such a Big East
That might be the first school to go.
But dude, they're just like they're the mat.
They're the resident doormat.
Yeah,
they're the resident doormat, dude.
Of the Big East. So you kind of need them.
But that was some news yesterday that I got. Also seen him in a St. John's jersey. He looks like a bot. But, that was just, it's frustrating, dude. It's frustrating.
He's such a loser, too. Like, he's such a loser behavior the
It's a loser
entire
move.
time.
It's a loser move.
Tweeting LOL, deleting it 5 seconds later. And then I think he responded LOL to you.
Guy loves to laugh out loud.
Yeah, he's just a funny guy. He's just a funny guy that hates Providence basketball, loves stealing money from him.
Loves stealing money from him.
Loves.
You want to talk about all-time bag stealers? We can put Bryce Hopkins up there.
That's $1.5 million for what? A game? 2 games? How many games did he play?
3.
3?
3 games. But he left in the first half of the third. 2031 is the year, the next wave of realignment. Yeah, so, you're running out of time, brother. Because let's say Kim English has a bad year this year.
Well, he's gone then.
But then you got to give another coach 3 years.
Yeah,
now we're at 2029. Now we're at 2029. Josh, now we're at 2029. If that guy has a bad year, we're chalked back at the Pep with Danny Mahomes.
Back at the Pep.
We're back at the Pep with Mahomes going, wow, Providence is really in the Big West. Is in the Mountain West. Wow, Providence is playing in Starch Madness.
Wait,
against Montana.
They're just gonna realign. It's just like like Washington State can't find a conference. You're gonna be in their conference. It's gonna be all just like
we're gonna be playing
a mix of all the rat teams.
We're gonna be playing Washington State, Oregon State, DePaul, and Seton Hall every year. That's our fucking conference, dude.
That's the only just a 5-team conference.
It's gonna be streamed on the Pep Network. The Pep Mill's gonna open
the
a
Missouri
streaming
Valley.
network.
You could join the Missouri Valley. Little Mo State, Illinois
We would probably
State.
join somewhere on that East Coast.
What is
what is the FAU playing?
What is Queens in?
What is FAU? We're not going to join the. Fuck you. What is FAU?
Queens?
What is FAU playing? That's what we would.
Are
join.
they in the A10?
That's what we would join. We would join the Atlantic 10.
Is that what they're in?
We'd join the Atlantic 10.
No, American Athletic, the AAC.
Yeah, we would join the American then, because that's some East Coast with a little bit of Midwest too.
What is Queens in?
We're not joining FDU's conference as Providence College. If that happens, I'm done. I'm done.
The A-Sun.
If I have to
the
root for
A-Sun is potential.
That's
FGCU.
I will put it right. I'll put it right now. I'll put it right now in writing. You can clip this. If Providence College joins the A-Sun, I will rip up my diploma. I will rip up my diploma if Providence College ends up in the A-Sun. I will rip up diploma.
Let's see, like East Coast conferences.
It's just we would join the A-10.
You think?
Or,
for sure?
Or the realignment would be we would stay in the Big East and have to rebuild the Big East, and the ACC in the top half of the Big East would build a new conference, is what they're saying, and get a whole new TV deal.
Okay.
Because that's what happened the last time with the Big East. Everybody left, and then they rebuilt the Big East. So I assume we would probably stay in the Big East and rebuild. I don't know if Nova would leave, though. Nova's one of those schools that, like, before was like, hey, we're going to rebuild the Big East. But Tino seems like a little rat, so I think he could convince St. John's to leave. But, yeah, I mean, that was just disappointing. But that was kind of all the college basketball news. Should we move to NFL with a little bit of football?
Let's do it.
Dude, if I'm a Patriots fan, I've been seeing some videos. I'm all in on Stephon Diggs. Like, he just seems like he's in a really good headspace right now. Just seeing his interviews. He never seemed like he was in a good headspace going into Houston. I think it was because he left Buffalo in such a weird way, and it just kind of felt like they didn't commit to him because it was a one-year deal, and it didn't seem like him and C.J. Stroud ever really clicked. But I'll tell you what, I saw some videos of him kind of being at the Patriots facility, and I think it does feel good to feel like the guy again, and I don't think he ever felt like the guy in Houston. And I think he is the guy in New England because he's the biggest name now on the roster. But it was nice to see him be happy again because I like Stephon Diggs. I think he's a funny guy. It was nice to see him happy again and see him excited to play with Drake May, and also see him say that Drake May apparently that people in the building are saying that Drake May reminds him of Josh Allen, and him saying, and Josh is my guy. You know, I miss him every day. So it was nice to see him finally address that because I think last year was really weird with the way they left, and it kind of felt like they were schoolgirling. Where it's like, I don't really like her anymore, and we used to be best friends, but I don't really. And it was nice to see him be in an interview, be like, yeah, and I miss that guy every day. So that made me feel good, just as a football fan, because you like when football guys miss football guys.
Yeah.
But now they got to play each other 2 times a year.
They do. They do. That'll be interesting.
And of course, it's in my division where we're just going to be ratted. And you know what tweet I saw today, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
And I quote tweeted it before we got on here. This is the kind of shit I got to deal with on a daily basis as a Jets fan. And I know you probably deal with a lot of it with Chicago, but at least you get to hang preseason banners.
Yeah. 3-peat.
Adam Schefter tweets, Jets believe in their new QB1, Justin Fields.
Hopefully.
I would hope so. Do you know what I mean? I would hope so.
Yeah, they just paid him $20 million a year.
I would hope that the guy you went out and got and paid for 2 years you believe in.
Yeah.
This is the shit, dude. But this is the shit. As a Jets fan that I got to deal with on a daily basis, that we have to tweet that we believe in Justin Fields.
You see Aaron Glenn's interview about him?
No.
Actually, I kind of liked what he said. I don't think it's necessarily true, but I kind of liked he'll instill a ton of confidence in Justin Fields. He was saying that he doesn't think that any team has given him a chance to play quarterback in the NFL, and that he's going to give him a chance to do that. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that makes me really scared for you guys? I'm not going to lie. It just makes me scared that they're going to try. Like, you can't play him outside of his comfort zone. That's when bad shit happens. Like, let him do what he's good at, which is a lot of running the football, and you'll win games. Like, you'll be fine if your defense is fine. But, like, I'm scared that he's going to, like, just almost give him free reign and just let him see what he can do.
Well,
at this point, it doesn't really fucking matter.
Worst case scenario, we lose 17 games.
Exactly.
You get to go, all right, who's in the draft again?
Yeah.
I would just like one off season, Josh, where I don't look forward to the draft. Where I don't go, oh,
I know, dude.
Maybe this is the year we find our franchise guy.
I don't even give a fuck who we get in the
draft.
draft.
Let's just draft an O-lineman at pick 19 and move on.
Let's get Clyde Edwards-Helaire at pick 32.
Oh, we got a nice backup running back piece.
He sucks. Doesn't matter. We win 4 Super Bowls.
It's just every year, dude. We got to do the same shit. I got to look for my back. I got to look for my franchise player in the draft and then go, oh, we whiffed. It's every year.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, that is the shit that drives me up a wall. You want to know what drives me up a wall? When I got to wake up and open my phone and says, the Jets believe in QB1.
Yeah.
If you didn't believe in him, we shouldn't have signed him. Why do we even have to tweet that?
Also, Justin Fields he does get off-season awards, actually. He gets off-season MVP every year for the videos he posts of him working out.
He does look good.
They make you believe.
He does look good working out.
And the edits are sick, too.
He looks so good working out, dude.
If you were to build an NFL quarterback, you'd build him like Justin Fields.
I would just build Justin
Just
Fields.
not the mentals.
Physically,
he's like ideal. But, yeah, just like his play.
I agree with Tala. Maybe we go get Tyler Warren. Just say fuck it.
I want Tyler Warren, too.
You can't have him. I want him. I will say, though, he posted an Instagram story of him working out. Just looked good.
Justin or Tyler?
Just looked good.
Justin?
Yeah,
I saw
just
that
glistening
yesterday,
with a little bit of sweat, shirtless, throwing the fucking rock, dude. You know who wasn't doing that? Aaron Rodgers posted videos on his story going, all right, I'm going to hit this joint and see what weird shit I can say today. Or I got to open up my Instagram to Zach Wilson going, oh, a family dinner at mom's house, going to try to not bang her friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I finally just got a quarterback that just shirt off throwing rock in a weird field.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Some
all I
side
want.
field in Atlanta.
With a coach going, out, and he throws it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the shit that I'm in on.
Yeah, we need
That's the shit I'm in on.
It's definitely, like, yeah. It's good for now. It's like you're fully in on him, and then the first throw of the season, it's like, wait. Where was that when you didn't have the shirt on?
Wait, maybe Maybe you take your shirt off for the game because that's not what I saw all summer.
I also, dude, I fucking hate how he always changes his hairstyle. Like he'll like leave his afro out like for the entire offseason. Right now, I think he has the rose, but dude, he keeps the afro all offseason. He looks like he's slinging rock. And then right before the first game, he'll go back to the rose, and it just
I love the
rose.
rose. No, I want rose.
It's not
I need
rose.
I need a quarterback with braids.
Yeah,
I need a quarterback with braids.
But dude, I hate that he just when he was at Ohio State, he had the afro, and that's when he would sling it.
Dude, he's
he won't commit to it in the NFL. I'm convinced that's why he's not good.
That's an insane take.
The hair.
It's an insane take.
Dude, do you know how much extra padding has to be inside that helmet when you have the fro instead of the dreads?
I don't think it's as much as you think. Hair's not that thick.
Dude, 100%. It definitely feels way different.
I don't think it adds.
The helmet 100% feels way different.
So that's probably why he goes with the braids.
But he was slinging rock when he didn't have braids.
Dude, but now he's got his old boy with him again, and he's going to go fucking stupid this year. In case you were wondering.
Yeah.
Just so you know, just to jump back really quickly, Isaiah Coleman, Seton Hall's best player. I just want you to know this is just the state of the NIL.
Who is that?
This is just the state of the NIL, Josh, and I don't know if I'm supposed to release this kind of information. This is the state of NIL and why teams like Providence and Seton Hall are going to absolutely flame out and not exist in a couple years. Isaiah Coleman, the best player on Seton Hall, is commanding $1.5 million this year in NIL. And he just took a visit to Oklahoma State. So if you think that teams like Providence and Seton Hall can compete this year, just move on.
Move on.
1.5, and they're saying he's going to get it.
That's ridiculous.
And they're saying he's going to get it. You think Sheen Holloway and Seton Hall can afford 1.5 for Isaiah Coleman, who averaged 15? No shot.
No.
He'll be a number 2 on an SEC Big 12 team and be getting 1.5. So we will see you later.
Will be.
By the third option, by
be.
the way, by Power 5s.
100%.
1.5.
Yeah.
And he's going to get it.
Well, the first option gets 2-3.
See you later.
Yeah.
It's just whatever. We're on football. Yeah. Can you pull up the coach's photo? I DM'd it to you on Bookit.
Yeah.
Can you pull up the coach's photo? So the NFL finally had their summit this year, their offseason summit. And here comes down the pipe the coach's photo. And I just want to focus on two things. I love when Big Cat and PFT go through it, so we're not going to steal their swag and go through the whole coach's photo. But two things that PFT and Big Cat talked about that I wanted to talk about a little bit because I actually just genuinely think it's hysterical. Do we have it up?
Mm-hmm.
Can you zoom?
But that's as zoomed as it gets.
No way. We can't just hit a little zoomy?
It's as zoomed as it gets, brother.
One of the funniest things in this whole photo that Big Cat brought up, and Big Cat is just a genius. I think he's one of the funniest guys on the internet. How big is Dan Campbell's polo? I mean, that thing looks like it's a dress.
That's a big polo.
The only thing I will say, though, Josh, you see who they put next to each other?
Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn.
The boys.
The boys.
And I'll tell you what, dude. Aaron Glenn looks fucking dialed.
Yeah, he does look dialed.
He looks dialed.
Dude.
Black on gray. Black on gray business trip to the summit with Justin Fields in his back pocket.
Dude.
Ben Johnson kind of looks like a boner.
Dude, Ben Johnson, he looks like such a boner when he shaves, and then he has like a little stubble, and he looks so sick. It's like, I'm not even
crazy,
joking.
Glaze. I've never talked about my coach's style
dude,
before.
Watch his interviews when we first got him, and watch like the difference between him with no beard and a little stubble. He looks like a different human being. It is actually insane.
Chad, this is crazy.
I'm just telling you, it's true. Like, watch the two interviews.
Wanting your coach to look a certain way, I don't get.
Dude,
wanting like your quarterback.
See that sneak peek. I want to do a little NFL draft for every team.
I didn't see it. I'm all in on the way Aaron Glenn approached this photo shoot. We've had Robert Saleh look like a bot. We've had what's his name before Saleh with the coke eyes.
Bot.
What was his name? With the
Gase.
crazy eyes.
Adam Gase.
Yeah, Adam Gase looked like a bot in
Did
these
you know
photos.
Adam Gase? I think I told you this. I don't know if we told chat this. Adam Gase statistically is the best offensive coordinator in the 2000s.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Is that not fucking insane?
Where's Mike McDaniel in this? Rav said, look at Mike McDaniel.
Right here, next to Aaron Glenn. Right to the right of him.
Looks like a fucking boner, dude. He looks like
a little,
me.
Looks like a little fairy.
He literally looks like me.
He literally looks like, what's the little fairy girl from Disney?
Cosmo?
No.
Wanda?
No,
I just nailed two fairies.
No, I know you did. But the actual from fucking
Tinkerbell, bang.
Peter Pan. Yeah.
Tinkerbell, bang.
Yeah.
He looks like me. He looks like me if I tried to fit in with NFL coaches. Yeah,
Dude,
I'm literally
Shanahan.
wearing the exact same sweatshirt he's wearing right now.
Shanahan looks like
Look at this. Ready? Look. Ready? That's literally me.
Shanahan looks
Look
like
at
a
this.
boner as well.
Look at this. It's literally me sitting in between those two big guys. It literally looks like me. Fuck. This is why I'm hitting the gym, chat. This is why I'm hitting the gym.
Have to.
Looks like a boner, right? 2 seconds later. God, he looks like me.
No, I'm saying Shanahan looks like a
No,
boner.
I'm saying I said that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, other than this.
Also, wait. What is the... I think it's hilarious. I don't know why no one's talked about this. I haven't seen anyone talk about it. They're taking a picture in front of a picture of a hotel.
Yeah, why are
like,
they...
why not just go outside of the hotel and take the picture?
Why are
'Cause
they
they're in this
indoors?
hotel. They're
Why
in the
are they
hotel.
indoors?
Why are you taking a picture in front of a picture?
Yeah, they just always do something real weird. I will say the funniest thing also that Big Cat brought up, or maybe it was PFT. The funniest thing is that Andy Reid, known shorts guy, wearing pants indoors.
Yep. Yep.
First time the photos indoors in years, threw on the slacks.
Had to
I
throw
wonder
them
if they
on.
were like no shorts this year, you know?
Maybe it was raining or something. No, I mean, what's his face is wearing shorts right next to him.
Who?
Sirianni wearing shorts.
No way Sirianni threw on the
Dude, Sirianni's wearing a blue Nike polo, like a golf polo. Literally what I'm wearing.
Bitch.
Like this, but blue. And golf shorts. Me and I'm not even joking. Me and Sirianni were like wearing the same outfit. Like,
I'm out on Sirianni.
essentially the same outfit.
I'm out on Sirianni.
That's crazy. Do you want to do the NFL mock draft?
I don't know players like that to mock like that. This would just be like a fucking...
You definitely would.
No.
You don't think we do the top 10 guys?
All right, let's try to do the top 10
Let's
guys.
do the top 10 guys. Let's mock.
All right, we're going to do a quick mock, guys. For
We're gonna
all
do
our
a
football
quick
guys, we're going to do a
mock.
quick... Look at yay, lads. Let's mock. Come on, Mike.
Let's mock
All
and
right,
mock.
let's do a quick mock.
All right, let's do it.
Super Bowl
Let's enter.
champion just gets to wear bot shit.
We're going to enter draft.
I will say, can you actually look this up really quick? Does Aaron Glenn have a wife?
Yeah.
Thank God. Let's go. Let's go. I didn't like that Robert Saleh was single. I didn't like it. You got no anchor. You got no one telling you look like an idiot. You got no anchor going, maybe you shouldn't listen to this guy. You just need an anchor.
Need one.
Especially as an NFL head coach. I didn't like that Saleh was maybe going on dates during the year. I didn't like that he was maybe maneuvering around New Jersey, taking people out in Hoboken, trying to find a good Italian restaurant with a little... You need that anchor. You need that anchor that goes, Aaron, put the gray shirt on with the black slacks, and he goes, yes, ma'am. And I'm happy we got that now. I'm happy we got that now.
Good.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if Sirianni's married, but that's not an outfit of a man that's got a wife behind him that goes, Nick, put some fucking pants on. You're taking a really important photo and you just won the Super Bowl.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You just need that anchor.
You do.
If I'm building a head coach, you need a wife that knows a little bit of ball and doesn't be afraid to get in your ear and go, that was a really bad game. Put your goddamn pants on right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I'm happy Aaron Glenn's got an anchor. That's good. That's
good.
first step in the right direction. Good.
Good.
Secondly, I need a quarterback with at least a long-term girlfriend. Because, again, you need that anchor that goes, you're not going out this weekend. We're not going out on a Friday date.
Good.
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 I don't know what Justin Fields has in the woman department,
He does
but
not.
I like it.
Do not think he has a girlfriend.
Fuck. No, he definitely does, actually. She posted a TikTok with him on their vacation. I'm in the weeds, dude. I'm in the weeds. Don't do that with me. Don't do that with me. Okay? Don't do that with me.
He's got a girlfriend? Gianna Caroma.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, we got a coach with a wife. You know how weird it is having a single coach? You're in your 40s, brother, coaching the NFL. Get a wife. What are we doing?
Yeah, that's tough.
Worried about your hinge?
Yeah, that's tough.
Robert Saleh's probably playbook hinge. Same tab. Swiping and fucking drawing up plays for the defense, dude. All right, let's do a quick mock.
Let's mock. Let's mock.
You
You got the Titans first overall pick.
Let's mock.
They have to go Cam.
Yeah,
No?
Cam Ward. No,
Right.
they trade to the Jets. We take Cam Ward. Spin it on its head. Can we do trades?
We could trade. You want to trade to the Jets? See, the New York Jets are offering at 7.
What are we offering?
Well, we can decide. We can all so 7.
Give
what do we want?
them
742, 73. I feel like you'd have to give that up.
Give them
They would accept that.
the next 5 years of picks.
I don't know if we can do that.
Just do a Jets move. Give
first
him
round?
Give him our next 4 first-rounders.
Oh, we can only do 3.
Give him our next 3 first-rounders.
Okay. Offer trade?
Yeah, we trade up.
Oh, it's locked because we got to sign in. Okay, we can't trade? No trades.
Okay, no trades. I just want to know, I was going to spin this on his heads. We were drafting Travis Hunter.
You're going to take first overall?
Yeah, I was going to give Aaron Glenn Travis Hunter.
Okay, so we're going to go Cam Ward, 1. He's the 21st ranked player in this draft, according to PFF. But we're taking him. Right?
We're what?
The Titans are taking him 1, right? Cam
I
Ward?
feel like the Titans might be bots and go,
You think?
Yeah.
I think they might be bots and take Abdul Carter.
No way. Now let's go. Let's
go
keep
Cam.
Let's keep it realistic. Let's go Cam.
Okay, let's go Cam. Browns on clockage.
What'd they do?
What do we think the Browns do? Do they go Travis?
Let's see what the Browns need.
The Browns needs are QB, running back, wide receiver, tackle, cornerback. That's what it says on here.
Okay, let's go. Well, they just signed Myles Garrett. Maybe you put Abdul Carter next to Myles Garrett and you let him learn from him, but no quarterback right now.
They do. Well, they just
Kenny
got Kenny
Pickett
Pickett.
is not a quarterback. Maybe this is where you go on their head. Jackson Dart.
All right, let's go Dart. Where do they have?
I think Shador starts to fall.
They have him 129.
I think Shador starts to fall.
Okay, New York.
And I think this is where New York takes Jackson Dart.
Wait. I thought Cleveland just took Jackson Dart.
Or no, sorry. I was going to say Shador, but they just signed Russie.
Yeah.
So they might not draft
and
the
they
quarterback.
have Jameis.
Travis Hunter. This is where he
That's
goes.
what I think they did. I think they go
This
Travis.
is where he goes, Travis
as well.
Hunter.
The Patriots, I think that it's no-brainer. They go Abdul Carter if they don't trade out of this pick.
I think they're going to trade out of this pick in real life, but I think Abdul.
Okay. I think Abdul goes here no matter what.
Yeah,
at
I
4.
think so too.
The Jags. Who do
What
the
do you
Jags
need?
need? So the Jags got rid of Christian Kirk. They could use another receiver.
They could, but I don't know if they go receiver this early, dude.
Yeah, McMillan's the 3rd-ranked guy in this draft.
I think McMillan's going to start dropping.
Didn't they go Mason Graham? They do always go D-line. They love D-line.
But you know what, though? The
Or
Jaguars, dude, the Jaguars might go Tyler Warren or something like that. After you watch how Brock Bowers did in the Raiders system, you might go, maybe we just give him that safety.
They did just get rid of Evan Ingram.
Maybe just give him that safety of Tyler Warren.
Want to go 5 at Warren?
Do you think that's crazy?
I don't think that he's gonna go. I don't think he's gonna go that early. But I mean, I wouldn't.
Well, who else would the Jaguars? I think you're looking at
insane
2
pick.
straight picks where the teams could potentially trade out.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know if the Jags are 100% sold on staying in the spot.
I don't think so either. But I also think they could use some O-line help as well.
People are saying picking Jackson Dart over Abdul Carter is a shed visit. The Browns don't have a quarterback. Kenny Pickett is not your
that's
quarterback, brother.
Yeah. Do you know who I wouldn't be surprised they took here? I'm pretty sure they need.
I mean, they need.
Oh, they're gonna take Mason Graham. I think that's like they have no interior presence. I don't think in the D line.
Yeah,
I think
Mason
they just
Graham.
have to take him. I
Let's go
think that
Mason
he's the Raiders.
I like that.
I think the Raiders are gonna have to go with Will Campbell. I think they're gonna be forced to take an offensive lineman.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think this is where they go Shador.
They could go Shador.
I think they
I
go
wouldn't
get
be
their
shocked
guy.
if they went Shador.
I think he ends up falling to the Raiders because Brady wants him, and I think the Raiders want him. And I think if New York doesn't go to him, and that's why they signed Russell Wilson, I think that's New York saying we're not taking Shador.
Yeah,
and I think he falls to the Raiders.
All right, let's go Shador. The Jets. Who do you think? So, do you know who I think might be the pick here? Is Jahdae Barron, the corner from Texas. With Sauce, all this shit about him not getting paid potentially.
Aaron Glenn said that him and Garrett Wilson are a priority at the end of the offseason.
Well, that's we'll see.
I think it's going to be Tyler Warren, dude.
All right, you take Tyler.
No. But you know what?
I just don't see you guys taking him. Like, you need more things than a tight end.
But I don't think Aaron Glenn signs a new safety and 2 corners to then draft a corner. I don't think he does that because you're hiring Aaron Glenn to be able to work with the pieces you have, knowing that the Jets need a retooled offense.
You don't think there's a chance that you guys take McMillan at the 7th spot?
No, I don't think they like McMillan that much. I really don't. I don't think a lot of people like McMillan. I think he's way too high on here.
Well, he just ran like a 4.3. Like, he's going to be...
Let me just go through it. We don't need running backs. Our only wide receiver right now is Garrett Wilson. Allen Lazard, I believe, is staying now. Our tight end room is in fucking shambly bambless.
Well, Ruckert's not bad, but yeah.
I just can't
it's
get behind
not,
him.
Yeah,
Dude.
no, yeah.
Our defense, we just signed 2 guys to the secondary, 3 guys to the secondary.
It's saying you need a tackle.
I was thinking maybe we go O-line again.
Maybe
dude.
Will Campbell. I mean, Will Campbell's going to be really fucking good.
It might be Will and Olu. Back-to-back years, dude.
Could be. I don't think that taking the first and best O-line on the board is never a bad move.
Well, I also think you're probably thinking if Aaron Glenn says he's going to let Justin Fields play quarterback, you need him protected. So maybe you do go Will Campbell.
I would not hate that move. Do you want to go Will?
I just feel like we have no weapons, though. But yeah, let's go Will. I think that's a good spot.
I think it's a good player to draft for the future as well.
I agree.
Like, even if Justin's not the guy, you still have Will Campbell.
And Will
there
Campbell's
forever.
going to be generational.
Yeah, he's going to be very good.
I genuinely do believe
he's
that.
going to be very good. The Panthers. McMillan is such a Panther for like no reason. They're
No,
gonna
let me
draft
see the
another
other
receiver.
wide receivers, dude. I don't.
It's
like
Luther.
McMillan.
It's him and Luther. That's it. That are going to be like super high up. And then what's his face? Golden.
Who's his tight end?
They drafted Jatavian Sanders last year. He was the backup though. I forget is it Hurst? Was he their one? I could be wrong.
I just don't think McMillan's going to be good. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that he's not going.
He reminds me of, and he had less success. He reminds me of the kid from TCU that Jovan didn't like. That's on the Chargers.
Oh yeah.
Same guy. Couldn't get separation in the Big 12. How can you not get separation in the Big 12?
Yeah, I don't think McMillan's gonna be very good either, but he's gonna go. Like a team's gonna take him. I hope Luther's the first receiver.
You don't think the Panthers try to defend the boy on the line? Potential alignment?
They could go. They kind of have their O-line set. They got a ton of guys in free agency last year. Do you know who I wouldn't be surprised they went to here? Is that they reach for a guy like Mike Green, like a defensive end, like James Pierce or Mike Green, these defensive ends that Jihad Campbell.
They need wide receivers. I think they go Luther.
You think they go Luther?
I think they go Luther.
Okay.
I just don't like Tet. I'm not putting him top 10.
Okay, that's fine. Saints, they need a running back, receiver, D-line.
See, I think the Cowboys would have already traded up and taken Genty somewhere in this spot. Or some team would have already traded up to take Genty because I don't think a running back falls this deep. So when I'm looking at the Jags, and I forget who is right after the Jags, the 2 teams that we were like, I could see
The Pats
these
are
teams.
4.
Yeah, the Jags or the Pats.
The Raiders could also move out of that spot. Like
I could
'cause
see a lot of
Shador's-
teams moving out to get a running back because this running back class is really deep as well.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen things about how we want Ashton Genty, so like very badly, and I would not be surprised if Ben Johnson wanted that guy. I don't think that.
I think the Saints could take a corner here. I think maybe the Saints
Barron.
take Jahdae Barron.
They could take him. They lost Lattimore last year. They could use a little.
Let's
a
go
little help
Jahdae
there.
Barron.
Okay. Then we'll just round it off with us.
Yeah, what do you do? What do you
We're taking. I mean, we're taking the guy, Ashton
Genty?
Genty.
Gentimo?
Yeah.
Gentonimo?
Also a guy.
Who's right after you guys?
Let's see. It's grading your draft. Grading draft.
What do we get an F?
It didn't even grade it. Whatever. Right after us is the 49ers. They have them getting warm. Could you imagine?
Wait, what did we get?
There's no grade. It's like they only grade it, I think, if you pick one team.
I kind of like that top 10. I think we did a good
that
job.
top 10. I think that's dude, I personally think I think Luther Burden, it's not even biased. Like Luther Burden is going to be a better NFL player than McMillan. I think this receiver class is kind of weak.
Dude,
just
Rito
in
just
general.
said that he's only minus 150. He's not first off the board. This reminds me of Drake London going over all those guys.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's not even like.
Do you remember that? Drake
Yeah.
London, I'm pretty sure, went before like Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, but it's not even like. I don't think that either of these guys really deserve to be like in that class. Like both of them had great.
It's not a great wide receiver class.
No, it's not.
It's running back heavy.
Offensive line is very good in this draft too. It's pretty deep.
D tackle heavy. I also think Golden's better than Tet, dude. I don't think Tet is good. He couldn't get separation on fucking Arizona.
I
dude,
think
in the
Golden's
Big 12.
Golden's gonna be gross. He's a guy that's gonna go somewhere and just be used like Jamison Williams, where he's just gonna be flying around the fucking field.
I kind of hope Travis Hunter goes to the Patriots, even though that would be rat for me, but I feel like they'd be building something crazy over there.
Yeah, that would be
just
sick.
annoying that the Patriots are going to rebuild before us, and we've had 15 years to rebuild.
Yeah. I mean, dude, this class, like, you could even go down, like, dude, you go down to the 32nd pick. You know these guys. Like, these are all, like, dogs. They have James Pierce going 27th. He was the projected first overall pick before
I think Alec Aome is better than Ted, dude. That kid was fucking nuts at Stanford.
But, dude, think about, like, that. Like, I think very rarely are there classes where, like, you know the guys going late in the first round, early second round. You know all of these guys. Literally all of them. Maybe
Dude,
not a couple
I'm gonna
that
be
are, like,
honest.
weird, but
I'm going to be honest. And I'm not just saying this for clicks. I think Ted is the worst wide receiver out of everyone that got drafted in this first round. I think Igbuka's better than him. I think Aome is better than him. I think Golden's better than him. I think Luther's better than him.
who else? That was it, yeah. That's all it's taking.
I think they're all better than him.
I would not be surprised
I think
if they all
him
ended up betting.
to be the first wide receiver off the draft is the worst bet you can make in draft bets.
Yeah. But, dude, the thing is that there's teams that are dumb enough. I think, dude, do you know who I wouldn't be surprised if they took him? The Raiders. Like, that is such a Raiders fucking pick. Like, they'll reach for a guy that no one really wants. They'll act like he's
the Raiders
their
are getting
guy.
a quarterback, dude. They're not that.
But
dumb.
they just got Geno. Like, but are you gonna reach for Shador when you can just take a guy later? When you can just get a guy like Quinn in the third round?
I think Geno is a safety blanket for 2 games just in case because they're drafting a quarterback.
See, I think if they draft a quarterback, it's going to be you are not playing this year at all. Like, Tom Brady is not letting you play. But who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I agree with Ye lads in the Twitch chat. I think the Raiders are a totally different team now that Brady's a part of it. I think he's the guy that's like, dude, we need a real fucking quarterback. He probably liked the Geno signing too because you need a vet, but he definitely is the guy in the room that's like, yo, you need a quarterback to win, and Geno hasn't won, so let's figure it out.
Dude, this draft, like, Tyler Booker going 24th, Calvin Banks 25th. Like, dude, these are guys, like, those two are guys that were getting picked in the top 10 normally. Those offensive linemen.
You know what I'm seeing a lot of steam for that I'm not liking that I could so see the Jets just botting? Fucking Jalen Milroe, dude. They're now saying he's the most intriguing prospect.
I mean, yeah, but you're not going to waste a first rounder on him, which doesn't really matter.
You don't know how the Jets opted. You don't understand how we opt.
Let's see what they have Jalen. I would love to go back. I'm going to go back here and just see what they have Jalen Milroe, like, at what his daily draft limit reached. GG's.
F-E. But yeah, I mean, yeah, once we get close to draft day, April 24th.
We're pretty damn close.
We are close. We're getting there.
Pretty damn close.
We're getting there. Did you see that Haley Van Lith is busting for the Women's March Madness?
Yes,
and I just got news to you. If you guys were wondering who had actual emotion, have you watched a single game?
No.
Neither. Okay, moving on. Really excited for the WNBA and Caitlin Clark to get going here in the summertime. Really excited for the PLL to get going here in the summertime. But guess what? The A's have 2 wins.
Well,
if you told
they
me,
lost yesterday, though.
Well, but we got 2 wins. We're not worried about the losses. We're worried about the wins.
Well,
and if you told me we were gonna squeak, but if you told me we were gonna squeak 2 against the Mariners,
yeah, that's good.
If you told me we were gonna squeak 2 against the Mariners, I would have told you I'd be horny. And if you told me that when we squeaked those 2, that Lawrence Butler, Shea Bangaliers, and Brent Rooker would look horrendous, and we would still squeak 2, I would tell you I was horny. And yeah, did we lose 18-2 last night to the Cubs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that happened. But guess what? That's reality of the Athletic A's. All right? So get on board, and the ride is just getting started. We'll take 2 early.
Come on.
We could have started 0-5. We could have. But we're starting 2-3, and I'll take that every day of the week. I'll take that every day of the
Cubs
week.
Need some wins. They were not losing that game. They might lose tonight, though.
Soderstrom is literally disgusting. I don't even know if this is a not knowing ball take. This guy Soderstrom on the A's, every time I check the box score, he's either got a home run or 2 hits. He might be Barry Bonds. And he bats in like the 7th spot.
Yeah.
So he was
Literally
not supposed to
Barry.
be good this year. He's busting.
Dude,
He's
today we got a good game. Steele and Severino.
I know, we got a good slate. I kind of love that we got Sev now, dude. It's just nice to have an ace, even though he's a total horrible human being. Didn't he beat his wife?
I don't know.
He's like a horrible dude. He should like definitely be in jail, I'm pretty sure. Like, he's a horrible dude.
Crazy accusation, if not, but potentially.
What are your thoughts as a baseball guy, self-proclaimed now?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, self-proclaimed baseball guy, on the new bats?
I mean, dude, who gives a fuck? Like, actually, who gives a fuck?
But what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, like, if it makes you better, then do it.
I
It's
think
not cheating.
I think not only let them do it, give them the juice and let them use metal bats, and let's make baseball fun again.
Well, dude, I guess.
Could you imagine Aaron Judge off the use?
Yeah. Well, he's probably off the use.
I mean, he's probably off the use.
Probably off
But
the use.
imagine if it was public use.
Yeah.
He would be unconscious. And all the people that are like, oh no, the Yankees hit 9 home runs in one game. Shut the fuck up, dude. You know how boring baseball is? You know how boring it is when you're watching bloops and singles? Thank God for once you tune into a Yankees game and every single player hits a home run and you just get to bust and there's 17 total runs. Like, everyone that's like, the reason why baseball is always going to be boring and always a horrible product and always 150 games of people either yawning or being like, it's the best game to watch in person, but on the TV the most boring, is for the people that are like, oh, they made it so that when they hit the ball, it actually does something cool that really makes the sport really fun. Grow up.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Yeah. Also, the bat, like, isn't, I guess, like, Jazz Chisholm, like, explained it. It's literally just taking the top part of the bat, the thickest part of the bat, and moving it to the middle and making the top part thin.
Yeah, and like guys like Dave Portnoy being like, oh, the Yankees are cheating. You know what? Give Lawrence Butler, Brent Rooker, and Shea Bangaliers the barrel bat, and let's go fucking nuts. Let's hit some homers.
Ellie used it and just went crazy.
Yeah, let's hit some homers. Let's make bats fun again.
The bat doesn't work for everyone, I'm sure. I'm sure it's different for everyone.
I think they should use tennis balls and metal bats, and it would be the most electric sport of all time. Could you imagine Aaron Judge unloading on a tennis ball with a metal bat? Could you imagine Aaron Judge unloading
a lacrosse ball? Metal bat.
Well, that would kill somebody.
That would go 5,000 feet.
That would hit the crowd at a rate that would kill some people. Maybe we get Devers the new bat up and moving, because what's going on with that situation? Can you explain to me that sitch?
Too many
he looks
hogs,
bad,
dude. Too many hogs.
Or is he off the hog?
I think he's on hog, off hog.
But can you explain what's going on? I keep seeing tweets about him. Is he playing
he
really
struck
bad?
out, dude. I don't know if they played again yesterday, but they were like, he had 16 at bats, 12 strikeouts.
Oh,
yeah, like the worst start to a season of all time.
Giancarlo fucking.
Yeah, like worst start to a season of all time.
He's
0 for 19 now. Yeah, 0 for 19. Yeah, I saw he was 0 for 16 with 12 strikeouts. He's probably got more strikeouts now.
He must have just been boozing all offseason.
Dude, he looks like he's in terrible shape.
I mean, every baseball player is.
He looks
if
like
it's
he's
not,
in
if it's not
like,
Aaron Judge, they
Devers
look like they're in
I
a
just threw on a
horrific
uniform and went out there and threw in a dip. That's literally what it is. Just
Threw
got
in a
two
dip.
pants that are too long on. That's
Threw
all
in
it
a
is.
Dip.
He's literally Drewski.
Literally Drewski batting.
Yeah.
Wow. What else is going on in baseball that you've noticed? Anything fun? I love, dude. Honestly, I love the torpedo bats. I think it's hysterical.
And they're hilarious to look at. Like,
Yeah,
it's just funny. It's like
so
that's
funny, dude.
It's funny that people are getting mad over a bat that looks like that.
Yeah.
I think that's funny. Dude, something that's intrigued me is how fucking dumb the Cubs are for not paying Kyle Tucker.
Good.
Like, Kyle Tucker
Good.
has 3 home runs in 4 games in America, or 5 games in America. And we decided to trade for him and not pay for him. So
What do you mean in America?
the first 2 games didn't count.
Isn't he still in the
Those
Cubs?
were in Japan. No, those were fake games.
But isn't he still in the Cubs?
Yeah.
So you could still pay him. But you're just
No,
gonna
we
pay
can
him
still
more.
pay him, but for some fucking dumb reason, we traded for one of the best outfielders in the league and didn't want to pay him. That's what I'm.
So now you're gonna have to pay him more.
We're gonna have to pay him a lot more, I'm sure, because he's hitting. I mean, it's very early in the season, but he's hitting fucking 323 with 3 homers and 10 RBIs.
Wow.
So, gonna have to give him a king's ransom, which I don't really give a fuck.
King's
but you better give him the
rants.
king's ransom. Like, you better give it to him. The Cubs don't do that. That's the problem, because we don't do that. 19 ABs, 15 strikeouts. We added 3 more. So there's 3 more ABs. We're all strikeouts. That's insane. But yeah, I mean, we need to pay him every single dollar. Every dollar.
Wow.
If he gets traded mid-season, I'm done. I'm
You're
actually
already
done.
off the Cubs.
Yes. He's
All
not even close. He's our best player.
Well, let's serve some slate. I'm really happy that the A's got 2 wins. I'm gonna buy a new A's hat today. I already promised myself I'd do it, so I got to find a good one. because I want to wear it all summer. I don't want to keep wearing the same spring training hat. I want a new A's hat, fresh hat. Even though I have too many hats. I moved to my new apartment. I got just too many hats. Too many hats. I also have 4 bags of giveaway clothes. If anyone wants Over's clothes that have been worn on my back, if you like my style, I got 4 trash bags of clothes to give away right now. I don't even know where to put them. All right, let's serve some slate. Let's run the graphic. Let's go from there.
Let's.
All right, let's start in college basketball because we have the CBI and the NIT. Get up and get moving. Let me hear you.
Don't we have the Crown?
The Crown, I believe, is tomorrow. Today is Loyola Chicago and North Texas UC Irvine.
Wait, were all the first round games yesterday? I thought there was 2 first round.
All the first round games yesterday.
What?
Josh, I'm taking Loyola Chicago money line. I got to ride the WAG, dude. One more time against Chattanooga. We got to ride WAG. I believe this is a semifinal. If they win this, they're in this final. I got to take Loyola Chicago, dude. It's very biased. It's a very, I have no other option. All right? I got no other option.
Okay.
So I feel like I have to take Loyola Chicago money line. Just a little straight bet, Geyserman. Just a little straight bet, Geyserman. Don't go crazy. Don't go stupid. Don't go insane. There's really no reason to go insane on these. First time chatter says, got Kyle Tucker MVP at 15-1 odds. Here we go, Cole 2. Wait.
That's an unbelievable bet. We have the Crown today, by
the way. Huh?
We have the Crown today.
We
got the Crown.
Why isn't it on Bookski?
But we got a Crown.
Are you sure?
Yeah, positive. Starts at 2
Okay, so the NIT, are you taking UC Irvine or North Texas?
I'm going to go North Texas, dude. I feel like they're just a wagon in the NIT.
Okay.
They are built for the NIT.
I believe one of their players already hit port or their coach signed elsewhere.
Which I love. And they're favored against a team with a better record.
All right, you're right. We have the Crown on. I just noticed.
And we have the boys playing the first game.
DePaul?
Yeah.
Are you taking +9.5?
Yes.
I will not be touching that game.
Yes.
Also, I think we fade UCF. Everyone on their team is in the port.
Why are they -5.5?
No idea. Maybe because everyone on Oregon State is in the port.
Yeah, I was going to say. Maybe we take UCF. Why are they -5.5?
I'm not touching either of those games now. Taking Villanova -4.5, though. I'll tell you what, those players are getting ready for a new coach in town. And you want to play your ass off, so he goes, oh, you want NIL money? Here you go.
Yeah, fair.
So I'm taking Villanova. Also, Colorado is yancing.
A 14-20 team in a tournament.
You give me every backup on Villanova, I'd still take -4.5.
You know what they should do?
What?
They should have a tournament of teams that got upset in March.
Yeah.
You get bounced, you go to the Crown.
I like that.
You get bounced early, you go to the Crown. Yeah, exactly. See more basketball from good teams.
Mizzou.
So you don't have to fucking watch 14 and 20 Colorado play.
I'm going to take USC -7.5. I haven't seen any of their players enter the portal, so I think they're still coming out there full strength. And I think Muss needs to just end the season right.
I like that a lot.
This is an end the season right. Only 2 players for me,
Also,
Villanova and USC. I don't want to touch UCF because, dude, Providence is literally in contention for Jalen Sellers, who I believe was on UCF and just hit the port. So I don't even know who's suiting up for UCF.
Well, dude, I think
Mikey Williams hit the portal too.
Yeah, he did. Does that matter though?
Yeah. I don't know.
USC home court advantage.
I love that.
I know it's in Vegas, but pretty much fucking home court. Everyone from California will drive over there for that game.
I don't know if people are driving over for
they're driving.
USC.
No.
But I like them.
No. They're driving. They're driving. Every team, dude, Boise's auto to win this tournament, by the way. They're by far the best team, I think.
Portal guys can still play in the game.
Oh, really?
That's what Brady
Are they
said.
still playing? Are they playing?
I don't know.
Yeah, so that's what you got to.
I don't mind the over in that Oregon State game if all the portal guys play. But again, like if you guys just keep in mind, if you're betting any conference or any tournament outside of March Madness, keep in mind you have no idea how the players are going to play and you don't even know who's going to suit up. So just half units. Don't be unloading on UCF Oregon State when you know 90% of the UCF roster is in the portal.
Unless you have a lock.
Responsibly. All right, let's go to the MLB where I'm trying to dial in, Josh.
Yes.
But I really do like Loyola Chicago today. I really like Loyola Chicago.
I think baseball might be our sport.
Potentially. Might make it our sport. Might have to. I love the Mets beating the shit out of the Marlins. There's no way the Marlins get 3 against the Pirates and keep going. There's just no way. Did the Pirates get swept by them?
You know what I don't like
Gosh,
about
did the
this?
Pirates get swept by them?
No, they won one game. They won game 2, I think. The one time I POD'd the Marlins. The Pirates won.
Shut up. I'm not. The Marlins like getting 2 wins against Pirates. They're gonna get their shit clapped by the Mets. You're not gonna get -162 for the Mets for the rest of this series.
Yeah, Sandy.
Sandy Alcantara
the under
doesn't
in that
matter
game.
to me.
Like the under in that game.
Sandy Alcantara is Jansen. The amount of times I trusted Sandy last year and he just banged me out.
Well, dude, it's because you would take you'd like tail Trent when he takes his fucking outs and his outs are 22.5. It's like you have to go the entire game.
True.
That's literally what it would be.
Also, if I'm a pitcher that's shoving right now, the last lineup I'd want to face is the Mets. I'm sorry.
I'd go under in that game. I like that. I think an over under at 7.5 with Senga on bump is kind of telling.
Dude, how do you not?
That means he's gonna show.
How do you not just fade the rat shit Rangers?
They're bad.
Dude, Jansen.
I would say the over in this game though.
Jansen.
I think there's plenty of runs. I don't really trust Spears. I do like the Reds in this game, but I like the over more. Yanks. They're bad, dude. I was at the game on Saturday. They're bad. I mean, fucking what's his face? Garcia.
Sandy didn't pitch last year. Did he not pitch the full year? I remember betting on Sandy last year.
I don't know about last year. Maybe like very early in the year. 2 years ago, Trent literally bet him every game.
Maybe that was it then. You're telling me this is Sandy's first start in a year?
No, he already played. He already played this year. He pitched against Skeens. They pitch against each other.
I fucking hate baseball, dude. Like, I can't.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah, dude, the Rangers, dude, Garcia literally, talk about used up. Fucking, that dude is used up.
Who?
Garcia, fucking Aroldis Garcia. Is that his name?
Adolis
Garcia. Aroldis Chapman.
Tommy John, starts.
I was thinking of, Aroldis Chapman because my buddy showed me this video of Aroldis Chapman. Have you ever seen the video of him and his mom?
Yeah, doesn't he like grab her butt?
Her boobs?
Oh.
Dude.
Shout out.
It is the craziest video of all time.
Isn't he Puerto Rican, though?
Dominican?
They get a little weird out there.
He's like smiling his ass off.
No, they get a little weird in the Dominican. I got news for you. For sure. That's why I fucking...
Putting it on his Instagram
that's
story.
Why what's his name is over there hitting
video,
baseballs, not for the Rays. Because he's a child predator.
Yeah, dude, but that video literally is the funniest
TC Rizzy Bets. They said they want to see a video of me swinging a bat. You can go watch our home run derby on the Bookit Sports YouTube. Shout out.
Shout out. He's Cuban? Oh, he's Cuban. He's Cuban?
I feel like the Cuban Missile. Yeah, that makes sense. The Cuban Missile crisis.
I thought he was from the Dominican for some reason.
What did I say? Puerto Rican? Either way, doesn't matter. All those three are the same to me. Diamondbacks, Yankees. Why are the Diamondbacks favored against the Red Hot Yanks? Because Will Warren is pitching and Corbin Burns is pitching? Corbin Burns is on the Diamondbacks. That's news, right? Wasn't he on the Brewers?
He used to be, yeah. A couple years ago. They got him last year. I would go with... I kind of like the over in this game, too.
Okay.
I think the Yankees' bats are hot. I don't know who the fuck Will Warren is, so give me the over.
I can get beyond the over. Wow, Rav finally gets some plus chicken on his Pirates for the bet a day.
Shane Baz might go ballistic today. This might be like an 8-2 game. I'm not even joking. They're going to get shit on.
Who, the Pirates?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is Bird for Jovan and Rav. They should put a bet on it.
They should put a bet
They should put a bet on it.
Rav's already putting a bet on it. He's already lost $25 today. So
Trevor Williams is pitching against Jose Barrios. Kind of like the over here.
I don't hate that.
Okay.
Don't hate that.
The White Sox are plus 136. No thanks.
I think we take the Twins, dude. I think the Twins -1.5. I think this is where the White Sox start to fall off a cliff. I'm pretty sure they're 3-1 right now.
Word.
That ain't happening. Nothing in this Royals Brewers game. That's disgusting.
These last 5 minutes of baseball talk after baseball might be our sport is amazing. Dude, we're just getting back in the groove. Just getting back in the groove, all right? And you know what's funny right now, Josh? Baseball doesn't fucking matter. So give it 3 months, and then maybe it'll start mattering, and then I'll have my feet under me. But if you think I'm going to come in here being like, well, here's the thing about Corbin Burns when he pitched on the Orioles last year is he saw a K rate at 95% when he had righty batters that wore pink cleats with red guards on their shins. It's the first fucking 6 games of the year, all right? You're all losing money. You're all losing money. So Sit down and
I
shut
think
up.
we're actually winning money on baseball this year.
Sit down and shut up.
I'm
not touching that Royals game because Michael Lorenzen is a coin stealer.
Coin stealer. I want to see if we get a little Yerfy or Nerfy in this next. Oh my God, we got it.
Yep.
Give me the Yerfy in the Angels-Cardinals game. Kyle Hendricks will be taking yard for a solo shot in the first inning.
I also think
Give me that.
It is hysterical how bad Mike Trout is.
Yeah.
And for years, people were telling me that he's the best baseball player of all time.
Yeah, definitely not by Trout. Trout will not be hitting that home. Well, also, they're
You
on
know
the
who
same
it's gonna
team.
be?
He said not by Trout. They're on the same team, so can't do that.
No, but you know who it's going to be? I think he might be the best Angel this year.
Well, no, he's on the Angels.
I know.
No, but I'm saying.
No, I'm not saying that
who's
he's going to take Kyle Hendricks. I'm just, you said someone's going to hit a home run, and then I said, yeah, not Trout, and then you said off Kyle Hendricks.
Who?
Guess. He's the only good guy in the Angels. He's goated.
Do you know who my goat is in the Angels? Written down.
Okay, moving on. All right. Giants Astros. These pitchers are junk. I feel like you could take a lot of overs today, no? Am I crazy for that? Last time we took Michael King, he got fucking touched.
These pitchers aren't terrible. These two aren't terrible, but wait. Oh, you're talking about the Padres game. Sorry, I thought we were in the Astros game.
Yeah. Well, do you want to take? It was Logan a hobby. Do you want to take the Giants Astros game?
No. Kind of like the Giants, but I don't want to take it.
Logan Gilbert Day, we're taking the Mariners. Justin Steele against Louis Sevy.
Justin Steele's been dog to start the year.
I don't bet on the A's this year. I already have $500 and I'm going to win every game, so I don't need to bet them.
I think we win this game again, dude. Our bats are fucking hot as shit, and we're playing in a minor league stadium. Like, they got to cool down for me to.
We saw the minor league effect last game. I got news for you.
We got 18 runs. We got that. I think the A's actually rolled out their minor league pitching staff as well.
I'm not going to touch this game, but I do like the A's to get a win with Louis on the bump.
Okay.
I don't care who is playing. Dodgers minus 135. I'm clicking the button.
I told you we were going to get
you're
that.
right.
I told you we were going to
You're
get
right.
it.
And you know what? I'm not making the same mistake. I'm not going to ask everyone and their mother and get told that you might as well take the Braves in this spot because the Dodgers are the best team in baseball and they're only minus 135. I'm taking the Dodgers minus 135. Shut the fuck up. Take the Dodgers and the Fever. Just shut the fuck up. Take the Dodgers and the Fever.
Do it.
And here they come already. Chris Sale, huh? Chris Sale, huh? Chris Sale, huh? Chris Sale, huh? You know who Chris Sale has to face, Josh? The fucking 1s and 2s, the best baseball players in the goddamn league, and they all wear the same uniform, and it says Los Angeles on the front.
Mm-hmm.
It says Los Angeles on the front.
And they have Carrot Top out there pitching, I'm pretty sure.
And Josh, you know who I'm not scared of? Michael Harris. Arcia. When I got Show Bingus. Freddie Freeman. A Mookie Betts is trying to put on weight again. Like, can we just come on? Can you just come on? Minus 135 Dodgers.
You can't get mad
Thank
at
you,
taking
ma'am.
minus 135 Dodgers.
Thank you, ma'am.
Plus 142.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am? Thank you, ma'am.
Another.
All right, let's do prize picks really quickly, and then we got to get the people out of here.
Let's do it. I'm pumped for that Cubs game tonight.
I will be the one that takes the Dodgers at minus 135 every single time, so you guys can either make your peace with it or just know that I'm taking it.
Do you know what I think is a problem that we've gotten away from is the two pieces. Let's go back to those.
That's our problem?
That was the problem. We've been forcing four pieces. We've been forcing four pieces.
That's our problem.
We were hitting when we were making two pieces.
I made a two-piece today that I just want to tell the people about. Or actually a three-piece. I like Tyler Kolek points and assists today. I think against Philly, he gets a lot of burn. I do think we could get away from Philly in this game, and it could become a blowout, and that's why you get some Tyler Kolek action. I don't hate his demon, 7.5 points, but he has been dishing. On Green told him they haven't done shit when they still have Dylan Brooks, and I feel like every time they play each other, both sides get up a little bit. So I don't think Ja or Steph is a bad look in this matchup. And then Josh Giddey, PRA, I don't think he's hit this in 4 of the last 5. So that's my little three-piece NBA Geyserman.
Dude, they're trying to fucking...
make some noise.
No. Prize Picks. They don't want us to win today on Senga. I'm looking for some shit on him. They don't have much for Senga. Dude, I want to take Senga's pitching outs or fantasy score, but they don't have either.
You can take his strikeouts.
Yeah, I don't like the even 5. I would take the 4.5 Gob. I just don't like the even 5 for him. I want to take his outs more, but they don't have either of them. I'll keep looking. I just feel like he shoves today with that total being that low and them being that favored.
I like
just
the
feel like
hits,
he
runs,
shoves.
RBIs.
I like hits, runs, RBIs as well.
Xavier Edwards hasn't had a hit run RBI in the last 2, and he's up for 1.5 normal. I don't know if that matters as much as it does in baseball, as it does in basketball. That's normally like an auto click, but I feel like some guys are definitely in that range.
Could I convince you to take Senga less than 1.5 earned runs for him to just shove?
Well, I think you just give out your favorite square.
Well, I like that. I like that square. That's my favorite square that I found.
Okay. That'll be Josh's square.
I feel like he absolutely shoves today.
I kind of like O'Neal Cruz to get going against the Radimus Rays, although Baz is kind of good. CJ Abrams.
You're in hits, runs, RBIs right now?
Yeah, I'm just checking it out. Just checking it out.
Edwards not getting 2 in the last.
I did say Logan O'Hoppe goes crazy. He hasn't had a hit run RBI in the last 2, and he's up for 1.5 normie.
Why is Tommy Pham up for 1.5?
I know, I saw that. I just can't do it.
Last
time I took O'Neal Cruz, every time he's up at bat and he misses it, I just want to text mean things to Rav.
What about O'Hoppe?
I know, I just clicked that button. I like that button. I'm falling in love with that button, actually. All right, I don't want to do too many hits, runs, RBIs, but I did want to look over at my A's hits, runs, RBIs. They only have Andujar and Brent. The bomb. Dude, I'm gonna fucking. They paid Lawrence Butler just to send him down to the AAAs because he's been playing like dog shit. Why is Ozuna up for a 1.5? He hasn't had one in the last 3. I guess you can't put him up for much less, right?
Yeah, you can. Who's this guy, Daniel Schneeman?
I know, I saw that too.
And why is he going less? Because he just had 4.
He went crazy last game.
Schneeman. What is the guy? Schneebly? Yeah, it sounds like the dude from School of Rock. Yeah.
God, I know ball. Wow. How about Cody Bellinger just busting for the Yankees?
Busting.
After leaving your bot org.
I mean, we replaced him with someone, I would say, a little better.
Oh?
Just a little better.
Maybe Bobby Witt keeps it going here? I could be behind a little Bobbus Witt. Bobamus Witt. Tatis has been a revelation this year as well. Also, just want to shout out all the goat whales that haven't had a stat recorded. Javon, I'm looking at you. And I'm also looking at us. Because we have no stats recorded. Unless Lindor has a hit. In which case, we do have a stat recorded. All right.
Dude, they have one.
I like a little 2-piece of Logan O'Hoppe hits, runs, RBIs, and Bobby Witt fantasy.
Okay.
And you like Senga less than a 1.5 earned?
Yeah. Yeah.
Banana says, whenever I pick a guy to get a hit run or RBI, I first check the matchup history, then see the splits for last season, then I check how the guy is at the plate the last few games. I like it. Make sure you're using props.cash as well. They're really good for baseball. Some are saying the best for baseball. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. Oh, PODs.
PODs.
I'm going to do Loyola Chicago moneyline in college baseball.
I'm going to go with UNT moneyline.
Wow.
Love that.
Should we do an over of the day?
Ooh.
Instead of a plan B?
We can go over the day for baseball. I mean,
yeah,
definitely not basketball.
Maybe a baseball over the day.
Or, I mean, we can go the basketball game, the Oregon State UCF game. I like that over, but I would also
trust Portal.
I would also go MLB.
Let's do MLB. I want to start dialing into some MLB.
Okay. I think my looking at it before. Let's see. When my favorite was.
I kind of like this Angels over.
I like that. I think they just went over. Yes.
Could take the Twins team total.
I kind of like the Diamondbacks Yankees over.
Yeah, let's do it.
lot.
I love that. Bang. We'll do it over the day.
Let's do it.
Over the day.
Let's do it.
We'll do an MLB over the day every day.
All right, let's do it.
I like that. I like that you picked that one too. That one spoke to you, and I like it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We end every single episode with a little bit of Mikey Core. Josh, say goodbye to the people.
Will be.
And we will end every episode the way we do. I'm just getting a little bit vulnerable, talking about the things that are going on. I'm going through a move. It was not very stressful because I think of the way I have been fixing my mental health over the past 5 months. Therapy has been huge. All things that I talk about in this show have been really huge, and I take it very, very, very seriously. And I think one thing that I keep reminding myself every single day that I just want to remind you guys, and I'm going to try to keep this one quick because I don't want to bleed into BTL, is that doing your best is going to look different every single day. And I know we've already talked about that once before, but I genuinely mean it and believe it. And once you believe that, you realize that even on your worst days, that might just be the best you can give that day. Some days you wake up and something makes you want to feel sad or mad, and you just got to realize that doing your best looks different every single day. Sometimes your best is you attacked the day, you killed the day, you did everything you wanted to do, and everything went your way. But sometimes doing your best is just getting through that bad day. Sometimes doing your best is just getting through that stressful situation. Sometimes doing your best is getting through that really hard conversation you don't want to have, or getting over that addiction you're fighting, or going to the gym, or just getting through that hard day. And understanding that when I talk about taking a step forward, I really do mean it. And sometimes that step forward is just getting through a really hard day, or getting through a really hard situation, or just saying something nice to yourself. And I think that now that I've really started to believe that doing my best looks different every day, I've been having more good days. I've been able to stack good days. I've been able to stack good moods. Because I think you start realizing that you're not going to have a perfect day every day of the week. You're probably not even going to have one perfect day every day of the week. You might have one perfect day a month, one perfect day a year, and just understanding that doing your best is going to look different every day. So just wake up and try to do your best. And like I said, sometimes doing your best is just getting through that day. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling out, if you're feeling like you're in that pit that we've talked about months ago, sometimes doing your best is just understanding you're there and going, I'm just going to get through today. And guess what? You've done your best that day. You got through the day. And sometimes it's hard to get through the day. So give yourself credit for getting through a tough day. And take one step forward with me. I know how hard it can be to take a step forward in life, and we've learned through doing the show that it's about the attempt, not the result. And if you can just be the stronger person to wake up every single day and take that step forward, you're going to be in a better spot this time next year than you are right now. I love you so much. I love you. If you haven't heard that today, I love you. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Please try to take one step forward for me. I know how hard it can be. Sometimes we take steps backwards, but understand and believe that doing your best is going to look different every single day. So just get up and try to take that step, no matter how small or big it might be in your life. I love you guys so much. I'll be here for you every day. We'll see you here tomorrow morning. Love you guys. Go tune into BTL for the sharp report and the sharp analysis of every game that you need.